Reuters. Russian warship Perekop sailed towards Europe today. Russian warship Perekop is a 7,000-ton vessel which has been described as a training ship by the Russian Navy. The Soviet-era vessel is equipped with anti-aircraft guns, 3-inch cannons and anti-submarine rockets, and it passed through the Bosphorus River in Istanbul, Turkey, today as part of Mr. Putin's latest military maneuver in the region. Dozens of Russian soldiers stood on board the warship's decks as it sailed through the city. Its appearance comes a day before Mr. Putin is set to take a 2-day trip to Turkey to meet leader Tayyip Erdogan and Iranian President Hassan Rouhani. In a news conference today, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused the West of playing children's games. He suggested that the poisoning of former Russian double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia may have been in Britain's best interests. Mr. Lavrov accused the British government of trying to distract attention, having failed to fulfill their promises over Brexit. He said, "There are other explanations besides those put forward by our Western colleagues who declare that it can only be the Russians who are responsible. It could also be advantageous to the British government, who clearly find themselves in a difficult situation, having failed to fulfill their promises to voters over Brexit." Sergei Lavrov experts say that it could be highly advantageous to the British security services as well, who are well known for their capacity to act with a license to kill. It could also be advantageous to the British government, who clearly find themselves in a difficult situation, having failed to fulfill their promises to voters over Brexit. In times of Cold War there were some rules, but now Britain and the United States had dropped all propriety. The foreign minister blasted Britain in a scathing attack today, calling the UK's refusal to provide access to Mr. Skripal and his daughter Yulia outrageous. He added, "I consider this as outrageous that so far our multiple requests demanding access to our citizens have been rejected or have remained unanswered." Reuters. The Soviet-era vessel weighs 7,000 tons and is armed with anti-aircraft guns and 3-inch cannons. I want to reiterate that Russia has no relation to the Skripal's poisoning, but we are very interested, probably more than anyone else, in establishing the truth about our citizens' fate. Mr. Lavrov went on to attack Britain and its international allies, who orchestrated the expulsion of 130 Russian spies from around the globe last month in response to the Kremlin's provocation. He said, "Today, our Western partners, and I first of all refer to the Great Britain, the United States and some other countries, which are blindly guided by them, put all of their decency aside and resort to bold lies and fake news. Our responses to all of this are calm and weighted as we keep insisting that all accusations and allegations must be backed with the facts.